Come out firing, come out flying.
You got to get on these guys early. Let them know who's in charge of the game and execute.
5 players that have now over 30 points on your team already halfway through the season.
You set the standard. You don't play on anybody else.
All gas, no brakes.
Virginia Tech has never won 8 in a row in program history.
4 seconds, 3 seconds, and the Hokies will walk out of New Jersey on a 7-game win streak.
So let's talk to Kyle about Denison for them. 17-3 this weekend.
Kazai driving in. They score! The Bronx fall 10-3 to the Virginia Tech Hokies.
He's shooting, he scores! Dynamic duo straight again. And it goes in!
Taken out. That one fired and they score.
This shot scores! Dave Mike Cook plays the
Kazai on the wraparound and he scores!
Thank you all for joining us here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Never before have the Hokies and Ice Vols battled inside the rink, but tonight is finally that night. After splitting a home-and-home series with Liberty, the Hokies are looking to get back in the win column tonight, defending home ice here at the Lancerlot Sports Complex. With an extra week of rest, look for Virginia Tech to come out fast, searching for the first strike as they have already twice this season. Tennessee, on the other hand, will look to build off a dominant performance up in Morgantown against West Virginia, outshooting the Mountaineers 88-28 across the 2-game set. With control of possession and pace and a savvy third-period push, Tennessee was able to slam the door shut both nights, proving that they deserved a spot back in the ACHA. Can the Hokies successfully defend home ice for the second time this season, or will the Ice Vols return to Rocky Top on a 3-game streak? Find out next on VTHN. Welcome in, everyone. We'll get it kicked off with the pregame show. Kyle and Eli here to lead you through tonight's action. Now, Eli, we saw a big change between Virginia Tech between Friday and Saturday at Liberty. They looked a lot more consistent in that Saturday game, didn't they?
They did. I don't want to say first game jitters, but they looked a lot more complete, a lot more consistent, less wavy in that second game versus Liberty. And I think that's a great notion of how Mullen's taking his team.
And also Tennessee, a stellar shot volume against the Mountaineers. I mean, 88-28. They absolutely dominated possession. You don't see that too often in a weekend series.
No, you don't. And Tennessee put on great pressure. They put on great pressure. And they just kept the puck. It's all about puck possession. And Tennessee just held on. And West Virginia just couldn't get it back. And now the Hokies here are looking to stop some of that momentum.
So Finn was actually able to talk to Tucker Forrest before the game. We'll cut it down to him and see what Tucker had to say.
I am here with Tucker Forrest. We're going to talk about some goalie stuff tonight. So how do you feel going into this game tonight?
Pretty confident. Been doing well in practice, and feel like our practices translate pretty well to games so far. Just staying confident. That's all I can really do as a goalie, is be as confident as I can.
Nice. Tennessee seems like a very offensive-sided team. A lot of pucks coming from up at the blue line. They had over 80 shots in their games against West Virginia. Has that kind of been something that has been talked about in practice, or have you gotten a bunch of shots on you during practice just to kind of get a feel for that?
Yeah, I think definitely on the defensive side, we've tried to get our conditioning up. I think that was one of the problems we had last year. And I know for me, coming in as a freshman, like the 3 20-minute periods definitely wears you down by the end. So I think getting my conditioning up over the summer was definitely a big focus of mine. I mean, if they're going to get 88 shots in a weekend, then you got to be ready to stop all 88 of them. So you got to be able to be rested and have the energy to go for the full 60 minutes.
Sweet, yeah. Well, thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Finn. Now, Eli, let's go back to Tennessee's momentum heading into this game. After starting off pretty rough with their season against Kentucky, against UNC, they bounced back against West Virginia in a big way.
They did. They got shots on net. They were laying some big hits out on the ice, as I saw from that game. It's important that Tucker gets into a groove, and that's what Coach Mullen was talking about with the Hokies here. We want to stop that momentum, because that's all Tennessee has is coming into this game is a lot of momentum. They started off the season 0-2. And they didn't like that very much, obviously. So they swept the Mountaineers in West Virginia. They're now 2-2, looking to increase to 3-2, obviously with a win here tonight, hopefully for them. And yeah, it's just up to Virginia Tech to stop that momentum.
And Tucker also mentioned a little bit about the Hokies trying to clean up their defense a little bit, really get things polished up before this game, because Tennessee, they dominated that possession. West Virginia was barely able to get it out of their own zone. Meanwhile, Tennessee basically spent the whole game on offense. The Hokies definitely don't want that to happen tonight.
They don't. And there's a lot of good guys on the Tech's defensive line there that have been working hard all week, and they're not going to let Tucker face that amount of shots tonight now.
So, Coach, when we talked to him before the game, he mentioned taking things one game at a time. A very tough game against NC State coming up tomorrow night, but Coach Mullen said, we got to focus on tonight. Anyone can win any game.
It's that one game at a time mentality that the Hokies are really just trying to demonstrate here, and they don't want this game to turn into a trap game, if you will. They want to take the game seriously. They're taking it seriously. They're not looking at Tennessee as anything less than what they are. They're looking at this game. They're focused on tonight, and I think that's where their heads are at tonight in this ring.
And the last point I want to touch on from our chat with Coach is he mentioned that the Hokies don't like to adapt to other teams. They want to try and play their game, force the other opponent to adapt.
Yeah, and I think that just shows like the strength and the trust and the character of the Hokies and their hockey team here. I mean, they care about the team, they care about each other, and they're not focused on the noise in the league. They're focused on themselves and how they can be better and how they can dominate.
Well, thank you, Eli. Now we'll take a short break as they finish the warm-ups on the ice. We'll be back in a few minutes for some lineups and puck drop. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. We're about ready to get things going here tonight at the lot. It's the Tennessee Ice Vols sitting at 2-2 here visiting the 1-0-1 Virginia Tech Hokies. They split a series a couple weekends ago, a home and home with Liberty, defended home ice on Friday night. Took the trip up to Lynchburg on Saturday, lost in the shootout. A tough game between the two teams.
It was a tough game, Kyle, yeah. Losing in the shootouts, especially heartbreaking, but the team's just looking to bounce back, and they're just focused on today's game with Tennessee.
I think we've got a really good one coming up. I mean, you look at these starting lineups for the Hokies. They're running Cam Kazai, Gavin Peduzzi, Ethan Garlock. That first line of forwards. And then the top defensive pairing, J.H. Lagas, Brian Rice, and Tucker Forrest in the goal. He did have a little bit of a tough game in that visit to Liberty, but Coach Mullen mentioned earlier he's looking for Forrest to bounce back a lot this weekend, sort of get that another confidence-building game under his belt. He knows what he can do as a player on the ice, but it just didn't work out in his favor that evening.
Yeah, and again, it's hard in the shootout. It's that one-on-one with the goalie, and the Hokies, and Tucker especially, just building their confidence, get back in the groove, and have a good game against Tennessee.
Peduzzi takes the face-off for the Hokies up against the captain, Connor Frazier. The Ice Vols come up with it. Working up the far side, now up into center ice. Isles taps it in. Frazier hustling down into the corner, pushed up against the boards by Lagas. Working up and around the goal. Now up top, a shot from deep, blocked away by Rice.
That's Tennessee's main strong point here is shooting from the blue line. They have some really good defensemen shooting options.
They showed in that series against West Virginia, they really put a lot of pressure right in front of the net as well. They like to get in the way a lot and just cause that commotion, set a lot of screens for the goalie. I expect a lot more of that from them here tonight.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Up in the far corner. And gloved there by Simons in the goal.
Simons is also looking to kind of bounce back here for the Vols. He had a pretty rough game, to say, against UNC earlier in the season. Let's see what he can do here.
UNC, one of those tough teams. They did move up a division. That one blocked by Simons and away. Hokies nearly keep it in, but Brian Rice now to Peduzzi. He'll retreat to recover. Chip it up in front of their own bench. And recovered by the Ice Vols. Hurlbert near side. Cross ice pass up to Pavic. Now the Ice Vols in the offensive zone. Caught up behind the goal, finally poked out. The Hokies will look to clear it. Kept in by Tennessee. And now back out to center ice. Trussler there, chips it in. Lanigan back to recover. Hokies running a lot of cross-ice passes here. That one just goes awry to Tulo, and an icing for Tech.
I'm liking how Tech is keeping it out of their zone. That's something that West Virginia had a hard time doing against Tennessee earlier last week. I'm liking the pressure that the Hokies are putting on. I'm liking the pressure that Tennessee's putting on.
Curious to see how Tennessee fares in this game. Virginia Tech, one of the tougher M2 opponents in the region. Tennessee just moving back into the ACHA this year. Lagas on the far side, dancing through traffic, gets caught up with the ref. Tucker Forrest, stick save there. The Ice Vols on the far side, circling and setting something up. They go down low to Updike. Circles back, battling with Hearn. Now up top to Ani. And caught in down low. Lanigan's the only one there. The Hokies on the push. They've got numbers if they hurry. Tulo takes it across. Feeds it back, but now isn't there. Ice Vols near side. Cohen battling with the Hokies. They've got numbers again. Just barely keep it onside. Pass out to you, and Andrew just gets through to the boards. It's a great look from Zach Stewart. Just couldn't quite land the pass there in front of the goal. Simons really had to just pick one or the other and stick with it.
Yeah. The Hokies are getting some good plays in, but I'd like to see a more settled offense. We're getting some good breakaways. They're getting some good breakaways. And I just want to see what happens when they settle, to see what kind of shots they put up. Tennessee's had some good settled plays here.
Face-off, just a little in front of us. It's Primo and Stewart. The Hokies come up with it. Whiffed there by Tecrae. Tennessee with a shot. Blocker saved by Tucker Forrest up into the netting. 17-15 remaining in the first period. A few shots on goal, a couple good looks for the Hokies, but nothing in so far. Looking to strike early and strike often. That's really Virginia Tech's motto when they're on the ice. Near side, Tech chips it up. Recovered by Rose at center ice. They move up in front of their own benches. Chip towards Forrest. He'll knock it into the corner. Schneider batted it around. The Hokies trying to come up with it. A brief turnover there. They'll chip it in, and looks like Stewart's going out for a change. Ice falls near side. Primo, a lot of defenders in the way, takes the shot anyways. Forrest blocked it away. Tennessee back with possession, and Andrews chipping it towards the goal. Just kept in across the blue line. Now near side, Isles, one of the captains. Working with Stober, his other captain. Tennessee looking to settle down, but they can't keep it in. Big hit there from Tyler Gordon. Comes up with the puck at center ice. Hokies settling in as both sides swap some bodies. Chipped in by Tech. Simons bats back to his teammate. Looking for the takeaway. Rice keeps it in and just poked over. Tennessee far side, looking for that centering pass, but goes away. Frazier with a great opportunity, chipped it up to his teammate, but Stober not able to bat it out of the air. That's a tough one. Saved by Forrest, knocked away, kept in by Tennessee. Another shot deep off the glass. Knocked out to center ice. Hokies trying to make something work. Trussler out behind his net, just poked away. Tech tries to keep it in. Lanigan does, chips it up. Trussler there to recover. Ice falls, go for another swap. Forrest bats it off the corner walls. A few changes of possession there on the far side. Pavic battling with defenders. And an icing for the Hokies will bring it back. 14:49 left in the first period. Still scoreless. We've seen a couple of good shots. Tennessee with a few nice long possessions.
They are dumping and chasing well right now. They're able to keep it in Tech's zone and get good line changes, fresh legs. It's paying off for them.
Carolyn Peduzzi on the face-off. Tennessee able to keep it in thanks to Rose. Centers it up. Nearly tipped in by Hurlbert, but Lanigan was there to bat it away. Tennessee far side, they swing it near. Rose trying to knock through traffic. Now up against the near side boards. Tech looking to clear. Peduzzi comes up with it, lost it off his stick for a moment. Fighting there with Carroll. Out to center ice, it's Jackson and Rose battling there with Cam Kazai. Speedy forward trying to get a turnover there in the offensive zone all on his own. Good opportunity for the Ice Falls, but not able to make anything of it. Couldn't hold on to possession. Cohen Knocks it up. The Hokies recovering. Gordon and Andrew going to work by themselves. Up to Takare. Rips one wide right. The Hokies in those gray uniforms. They got the maroon bottoms up against the Ice Vols. I gotta say, I love that Tennessee orange jersey. And there go the Hokies knocking one in.
I like that. That was one of the first settled plays that we have seen from Tech tonight.
Tyler Gordon at 13-15 makes it 1-0 Virginia Tech. We mentioned striking often and striking early. They've done one of the two so far.
Yes, yes. Now they just got to do the other.
Hearn with the face-off. Primo for the Ice Vols. This one chipped into the net from center ice. Got a lot of airtime on that. Stewart and Ewan Andrew get the assists on Tyler Gordon's goal. That's his first of the season. Now the Hokies with possession once again. It was Lagas over to Rice, now back to Lagas on the far side. Skips it up to his teammate, and an icing, not able to get a stick on it. 12:56.
Both teams are doing a great job at clearing the puck and just keeping it in the neutral zone. Both pressure's coming from both ways, and I think both teams are playing very good defensively, and that might be what we have here tonight, a defensive matchup.
Frazier and Hearn on the face-off. Trussler not able to keep it in. That one came in hot at the blue line. Skipped in an icing. DiStefano was not happy about that. Thought he had a teammate get the stick on it. That'll bring it across for the Hokies. They'll get an offensive zone face-off here with 12:44. Finn DiStefano had quite the weekend so far. The freshman has really come in hot to the ACHA. Already 2 goals on the season.
Oh, yeah. 2 goals, the assist. He's been playing amazingly well these last couple games.
Out at center ice. Chipped in by the Ice Vols. Now a fight on the near side. Just kept in by Tennessee, and it's back across. Isles lost it for a moment. Now Virginia Tech working up and across. Wes Valent taking it through traffic. Ripped up from the blue line and covered up by Simons. Had the stick save and decided didn't have anyone open there for the pass.
Yeah, I like that decision by him. Keep it in your zone, yes, but it's going to get new legs out on the ice. It's going to give you time to settle. I don't see anything wrong with him freezing it there, no.
2 captains back in the far circle for a face-off. Peduzzi and Frazier have gone at it a few times. Gavin Peduzzi gets the better of him this time. Near side. Ripped around by Garlock, but kept on this corner. Tied up there for a moment. It's Kazai down there as well. Back up top, couldn't quite get it to Kellogg. Frazier working with a pair of teammates, this time ripped wide right. Virginia Tech 2-on-3 as they head across. Garlock can't keep track of it with Isles. Now Frazier rips one through, stick save by Forrest. Frazier came up with it, tripped up on the near side. He went down with Kazai. Chipped up and saved by Simons. He'll knock it down for his buddy. Frazier tied up near side with Rice. Few changes of possession. Rice comes up with it. near corner into center ice, but no one there. Pavic, far side. Taken away and back to Tennessee. A lot of changes of possession here recently. Neither side really getting a steady run at it on offense.
I think that's just a good show of the team's physicality. Both teams, they do not want each other to have the puck right now. They're stick checks, body checks, intercepted passes.
Tied up there, Andrew going after it. Far side, the one-on-one. Lanigan can't get anything, but Forrest knocks it down with the body. Just gets it across the blue line. And chipped in once again, Carroll and Lanigan. Batted away, Jackson kept it in. Far side, it's Sullivan. Hearn, now he's got numbers with Tulo. Pass just off the skates, tried to make something of it, but knocked off the blockers by Simons. Now Jackson loses his footing in front of the net. The Hokies try to keep it in. Now dances to the left, centering pass. Tulo couldn't knock it through.
Hokies are getting guys in front of the net. They're looking for rebounds. They're looking for that cross ice pass, a little one-timer. They're making some good plays here. Tennessee's just doing really good at uprooting them out of their offensive zone.
I'm really impressed with Tennessee's poise here so far. It's clear that you can see that this team has a lot of momentum after that West Virginia series. A big confidence builder after two pretty tough games to start the year.
Yeah, starting out 0-2 was definitely something that they didn't want to do at all. I'm sure they had some talks with the players, coaches, whatever, what they needed to decide from inside, what they needed to change. And they're coming now off two wins with West Virginia. Like you said, a lot of momentum.
Far side, Valent comes up with it. Now up along the near side boards. Few bodies ripped from the blue line by Lanigan, gloved by Simons. He's been all over it tonight.
Simons has been playing well, but I believe so has Tucker. I think the goalies and the defense in general have just been playing very well tonight.
Good amount of shots on goal, though. At some point, a few are going to get poked through. One already for the Hokies. It was Gordon. This one covered up by Simons. Looked like he got the leg on top of it. Not something you see every day.
No, it was close to getting across the line there. It seemed a little desperate, you know, him putting his leg down just to try to stop it. Puck was kind of moving slower than might have appeared. So.
Valent on the face-off once again, up against Primo. Tennessee back behind their own net. Hit there by Kazai. Valent knocks one around. And Tennessee working up the far side. Threaded the pass through, but Kellogg there to intercept. Hokies with three men pushing. Just gets knocked away. Back to recover is Takray. Shoots it up. Kellogg tips it through. And tied up near side. Flynn lands a hit on Kellogg. And battling back there. Now Virginia Tech near side. Pass just gets away, chipped around. A line swap for the Hokies, and Simons takes that one for the whistle.
Yeah, I think the boys were tired there, just eager to get off the ice, get some fresh legs out there, and make something happen.
Face off on the far circle. 8:16 remaining in the first. Tech still with that 1-0 lead. They had the goal a few minutes ago. Now Tennessee with a little push of their own. Not enough time to get the numbers on that one. The Hokies getting back quickly. Now across the blue line, Lagas pushing. Working coast to coast, rips one, but poked away. Tied up in the corner, commotion in front of the net. Peduzzi trying to work something. Trussler knocked him down. Garlock up off the post. The horn went off anyways, but no goal for Garlock. He had a great shot as Forrest bats this one away. Lagas kicked up. Kazai let it through, but the Ice Vols are there in the way. Now Lagas swinging it up once again. Kazai lost it for a second. Garlock chips it across. The Hokies looking for some fresh legs. Ani kicks it up to his teammate. Pavic was on his own for a moment. A big shot from Lanigan on the near side. Now up behind the Hokies net. Tossed around. Lanigan lost it. And the Ice Vols not able to keep it in. That could have been a big one if Ani had got the stick on it clean enough.
They just pulled their goalie. There's an extra attacker on the ice for Vols.
We've got a penalty in waiting.
Yeah.
We'll see who it's on here. It's going to be Brian Rice heading in for the 2-minute penalty. Tennessee with a man up for 2. This could be big for the Ice Vols, looking to tie things up here in the first. Frazier and Hearn on the face-off. The Hokies able to knock it out and across.
I wonder how Virginia Tech's PK is going to do out here.
They do have a nice penalty kill. They've been very effective this season. Obviously not too many opportunities with just 2 completed games, but so far they've done a nice job on the kill. Cooper back to retrieve. The Hokies killing off a lot of time. 1:30 left with the man down. Near side, DiStefano leaves it back for Isles. Now in the far corner, Frazier. Back up top and working at the point. Chipped in and knocked down. A brutal one for Tucker Forrest. The Ice Vols tie it up on the power play with just 6 minutes left in the first period. What a deflection from Tennessee.
Yeah, that you could see it from the way they were setting that up. They like shooting from the blue line. They like getting sticks and bodies on the crease for that redirection, and it just paid off for them.
Now there is a bit of a discussion in front of the net. It looked like Forrest was pleading for some sort of interference call. Oh, and they wave it off. That's tough for Tennessee. Forrest got what he wanted, but Tennessee will have a few more opportunities still with 1:09 remaining on the power play. Rice caught up there in the box.
I imagine they're going to be using the exact same strategy. Blue line shooting, bodies in front of the goalie in the crease.
Face off just in front of us. Frazier and Valent. And Tennessee at center ice. It's Isles. Crosses there to Cooper. Back to Isles. Once again, Tennessee with that man advantage. Just under a minute remaining with that. Forrest commotion in front of the net and cleared there by Valent. Great job by the Hokies. Kill off a few seconds. Now Tennessee setting up their push. Cooper working up the side, leaves it off for Pavic. Pressured by 2 Tech defenders. He's got help from his captain, Frazier, now into the near side corner. Swung all the way around and recovered by Cooper. And he'll swap off for some fresh legs. Tennessee looking to get things moving. Just 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Shot from up at the point, deflected away by the Hokies. It was too low on the deflection. Stober looks for his teammate. Hokies 2-on-2, take their time, rip one instead. And back to full strength here with 4:50.
That was a good penalty kill. They kept possession. They cleared it out of their zone when they needed to. Very good penalty kill there by the Hokies, and obviously being bailed out by that interference.
After that waved off goal, they really locked in on the PK. Now up at center ice. The Ice Falls recovering and settling in. It looks like an offsides there. Let's cut it down to Finn here for a moment with our first period report. What do you got for us?
I'm hearing a lot of different things from Coach right now, mainly some talk of communication. It seems like a lot of these plays that are happening, they're not looking at their feet, they're not talking to each other, saying when things are going to get passed back and forth. But overall, they seem to be pretty happy with the performance right there. I did happen to see that high sticking play fairly close as well. It was a hard call for the refs to call, but they did a pretty good job with that.
Thank you, Finn. Now commotion in front of the goal once again. Simons able to cover it up. A scary one there for the Ice Falls.
Yeah, they were just brutalizing him there in front of in the crease, like stick, trying to get that puck in the net. It's good on Simons for keeping it out there.
He's shown a lot of poise in the net, especially on that one. Just a lot of taps by a lot of different sticks in a very short period of time, just bouncing around right in front of him, finally able to track it down. This one ripped by Gordon, and the quick glove from Simon scoops it up once again. We'll get some fresh legs for the Ice Falls. They bring on Isles, DiStefano, Stober as well. Stewart and Frazier on the face-off. Hokies try to keep it in. Looks like it got chipped up into the netting.
You're mentioning DiStefano again. He had just had a really good weekend against West Virginia. The Vols themselves scored 6 goals alone in the 2 third periods of those games, and 2 of those goals were from DiStefano.
Certainly shutting the door and really slamming it with emphasis the way they closed out those 2 games against the Mountaineers. It was pretty tight as the third period started, and then by the time you got to the end, you look at the scoreboard and you're kind of wondering what happened.
Yeah, it's that third period prowess that Tennessee have been bringing this season.
We'll be on the lookout for that here tonight. 3:35 remaining in the first. Hokies still with the 1-0 lead. Tennessee did knock one in, but it was waved off on the power play, and the Hokies killed off the last minute of it. Lanigan now battling with Carroll. He'll chip it down low. Tennessee with a push of their own. Hurlbert, he's got Pavic to his right. Leaves it off for him, but Gordon was there and DeVivo as well. Stewart. Sullivan got tripped up momentarily there. A real early whistle on the icing. That'll bring it across for Tech. We'll go coast to coast. Sullivan and Hurlbert not having it with each other. Near side face-off. Now with Pavic. And Tennessee able to get it across quickly, taken away by the Hokies. Now shot deflected there by Jackson. Caught up behind the net, just goes awry. Lagas rips from the blue line. Ricochet out to the corner. Brian Rice, and pass now as well. Pavic on the near side boards. He's got help from his teammate. This one ripped way up top by Spranklin and knocked off the ceiling.
Seems like he just hooked that a little bit too much there, just said straight into the roof. But something I want to talk about right now is the passes. They're getting intercepted. Both teams they're intercepted their passes. The puck possession hasn't really been leaning to either side. It's been almost 50-50.
Hokies up on the far side, tied up with a few ice balls. Now to Cray. He's got Kazai to his right. Bounce one off the boards. Kazai fighting for it there with Bryce Cooper. Ice balls with the push. To Cray back to defend. A nice pass there. And oh my goodness. Hokies running into Tucker Forrest. Garlock went all out to defend that. And just got tripped up. The momentum, he wasn't able to get out of the way. Now Spranklin rips one and swallowed by Forrest as well.
That might have been Tennessee's best chance all night. That pass was insane, but that save was even more insane. Like, that was pretty good.
You're not going to see a crisper pass tonight, I don't think. I don't know how the Ice Vols threaded that one through, but they got it there, and they got a good look at it.
They did.
1:31 remaining in the first. Hokies holding that 1-0 lead. Gordon tips it out. It's Andrew on the breakaway. Gets sent and tripped up into the goal. He wasn't able to keep the stick on it. And we've got a whistle there. Refs making sure the net stays on.
I think it shifted there a little. I think that was for that whistle. I think it shifted off a little bit when he was trying to get out.
Face off in the Hokies zone. It's Stewart and Frazier once again. He's taken a lot of these so far. Stewart trying to shoot through traffic. The Ice Vols come up with it. Looking to clear here with about a minute remaining. This one missed wide right. It's an icing for the Ice Vols. The Hokies will head back across the coast here for yet another face-off. Peduzzi and Frazier, the two captains. 1:04 remaining here in the first. Getting a little too close there. We'll reset. Now up to the blue line for Rice. He'll send it out down low. Kazai behind the net along with his teammate. A centering pass. And did they wave that off?
It seems like that goal was after the whistle. I think they're having a conversation about it now.
That was something right there. I'd love to see a replay. Well, a tough break for both sides. It'll keep it at 1-0 here with 53.6. And we'll reset with a far side face-off. Each side with a goal waved off. Looks like it'll be Spranklin and Peduzzi on the face-off. With just under a minute remaining. Rice up with Cohen. The Ice Vols able to clear it. Lagas recovers and sends it in down low. Simons leaves it off for his teammates. That's Bryce Cooper. Near side, Tennessee swinging it up and around. Spranklin fakes around the net, heads the other way. Killing off a lot of time here, just 20 seconds remaining in the first. Poked away by Lagas. They just get on sides, and he's taking it himself. This one to the center of Simons, and he'll eat that up. 13.3 here in the first.
Virginia Tech is doing a very good job at keeping Tennessee in their zone right here for this last minute. They're doing well. Like, pressure's on. They're just trying to close out a very good start for the Hokies. and Tennessee doesn't want to go back to that locker room down 1.
Quickly covered up there by Simons. Just about 4 seconds off the clock, so 9.7 left here in the first. Hokies with another offensive zone face-off. It looks like Valent's gonna take it. Battling there with Tommy Carroll. And caught up in the near side corner. I imagine we'll just let the clock run out. Basically, both teams are over there. It looked like a couple punches thrown, perhaps. Things really starting to heat up in this first period. Still time on the clock as well, 3.8 remaining. Starting to finally separate everybody.
Some words are still being exchanged. Helmets off, too.
Lanigan and Hurlburt are definitely chatting there a little bit. And we've got 2 penalties, 1 for each side. Took a while to get there, but Tyler Rose for the Ice Vols. Oh, excuse me. 2 penalties for the Hokies and 1 for Tennessee. So it's, nope. We're swapping out. Looks like we got the wrong guy. So 1 and 1 is what we'll say for now. It's Rose for Tennessee. And then for the Hokies, it's Jackson DeVivo, one of the freshmen new to the squad. So still 3.8 seconds remaining, 1-0 Hokies lead. We finally got all the details worked out. Gets a little confusing when you've got 10 guys on the ice in one big pile and a couple punches being thrown from whoever it could possibly be.
Obviously, tempers are flaring. This game is very important to both teams.
Everyone seemed confused there for a moment, but that'll do it for the first period. 1-0 Hokies lead. A lot of confusion there in the last 10 seconds, give or take. But we'll take a break and be back for the second period. We'll have our first intermission report from Finn coming up, so stay tuned for that. And then we'll come back for the second period, get some more awesome hockey action underway.
I'm here with the first goal scorer of the night. How did that even go in? What was your thought process when you were shooting that in there?
Well, I saw Stewie behind the net, puck.
Nice, beautiful goal.
Yeah.
The goalie seemed like he had a little bit of some eye there. It seemed like he was playing a really good game there. So going forward, what are kind of some looks that you're looking for here offensively?
I think we're just going to try and get everything on net. We got that test, and we haven't tested him too much so far, so just keep putting pucks on net.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Going out there.
Thank you.
Welcome back in for the second period of play. We're going to start with some 4-on-4 hockey. 2 late penalties in the first period. In the box for Tennessee, it's Rose, and for the Hokies, Jackson DeVivo. 1:45 remaining on both of those. It's still 1-0 Tech with the lead. Both teams had a goal waved off in the first period. Garlock knocked one down with his hands, and I believe someone else tapped it in, and Tennessee's taken away on a high stick. Now it's Kazian Spranklin in the corner. The Ice Vols will settle in and muster up a push here. Near side, Cooper dumps it in, looked for it himself. That's one thing that Tennessee has really done well so far tonight, those dump and collects.
Yeah, they're really collecting that dump very well. Virginia Tech, they need to work better on getting these deeply dumped pucks. I mean, Tennessee's dumping it in deep, and they're getting it still. They're retaining possession, they're digging in, and the Hokies need to get out of that.
The Ice Vols recovering now and retreating to their own zone to set something up. This one tipped over and across by Trussler. Back to retrieve for the Hokies, it's Sullivan. Now Garlock far side, working there with Hearn. Got it taken away. Lanigan kept it in. Now Hearn sends it up and down. Hokies looking for some fresh legs. Circling his own net. Frazier, he'll fake back. Kick it up, too low. Looking to spoil, trying to intercept that pass. Nearly done there by now. Frazier with the one-on-one settles in. Cross Trussler. Nice nifty move there. The backhand just a little bit up top. Both teams back up to full strength now here with 18 minutes in the second. Tough shot there, missed right. Forrest not able to get anything on it, and this one tipped into the netting.
Something very interesting about the 4-on-4 is there's less heads on the ice, obviously, and it really opens up the ice for the teams to make these passes, to make better plays, to work the puck better offensively, especially in a game where they haven't been able to do that. Both teams on each other, bodies, sticks, and passes getting tipped and intercepted.
Currently, Virginia Tech out shooting Tennessee. At the end of the first, it was 19-9 on the shot differential. Hokies mentioned how they wanted to get some more shots on the goal, really start testing Simons in there. Ice Vols tripped up momentarily. It was Ani back behind the net. You and Andrew trying to knock one away. And caught in. Gordon kept it. Andrew poked away from him. Tennessee with the run. It's 3-on-4. They're down a bit and an offsides. Tough break there for the Ice Vols. Hurlbert thought he got across first, but the linesman thought otherwise. We'll get a face-off in the neutral zone.
Hokies are doing a lot better this period of puck possession. It's only been 2 minutes, 40 seconds, whatever, 50. But they're doing better this period than they were last so far.
They like to come out hot. Worked in their favor back in the first. With that one goal from Tyler Gordon. McLeod sends one up and across. Simons hesitates for a moment. Chips it up to DiStefano, who chips it to his teammate subsequently. Now, far side. Trying to make something happen. Cohen had it knocked away. And Trussler not able to keep that one in. So Tennessee will have to reset. They kick it up to Updike. Spranklin beat out by Lagas. Faked him back, knocked into the boards, recovered. Now Dancing tried to chip it off and away, but the leg was there. One-on-one opportunity, but knocked away by DiStefano. The freshman defenseman has had a really nice start to his career at Tennessee. Nifty move in front of the net. Give it to Cam Kazai, make it 2-0.
He got in there quick, he got in there close, and he just put it backhand to the right side there of Simons.
If that doesn't perfectly embody a Cam Kazai goal, I don't know what does.
Yeah, Cam's all up at that speed. He's getting in close, his stick handling unmatched. Very great goal there by Cam Kazai.
Taking it away right in front of the net, 16-02. Hokies with the 2-0 lead. This one sent back. Sullivan there to recover. Chips it off the boards, and the Ice Vols keep it in. And kept it in again. Cooper off the skates there. Isles now down low, and Garlock pushes it up for Tech. Kazai racing with Rose. Near side, a couple of hits. Garlock now Paduzzi. Kazai chips it to his teammate Lanigan. Just lost it across the blue line. Bats it around, and the Hokies will have to get back on sides. Just about 15 minutes remaining here in the second. Tennessee with a great opportunity. The pass not on the money in front of the net. Now settling in here. Back behind. The captain looking for his teammates. Gets it up to Cooper. Now back behind the net once again. Forrest will cover and get the whistle. 15:02 on the clock. Right after that goal, Tennessee with a couple of nice pushes there, creating some pressure from behind the goal.
I think something that we'll see from Tennessee the rest of this year is that they do not like to lose. They don't like being down. I think that is why they are coming with such third period prowess. We will probably see that later in this third period of this game. They don't like losing.
They've slammed the door twice last weekend after a brutal first two games. They only scored once and shut out by UNC. But man, did they give it to West Virginia. Only allowed one and a shutout themselves. Now into the neutral zone. Tennessee looking to recover. They get it back to DiStefano. Kicks it up across the blue line. Now both teams trying to get a solid possession here. Just keep swapping back and forth. Tulo bats it over. Kept in by the Ice Vols. Flynn battling with Hearn. DeCray's in there as well, and several others. Near side, finally back into the neutral zone. Some hits at center ice, a little bit of commotion. And everything seems to be settled in now. DiStefano off the backboards, retrieved by Kellogg. Tech pushing up from the neutral zone. Stewart shovels one back. Tyler Gordon looking to spoil there with Tyler Rose. Near side, McLeod couldn't keep it in. 13:31 on the clock. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 weeks from now, we host the UNC Tar Heels for a weekend series here at the Lancer lot. Prior to Friday night's game, there will be a special pregame ceremony at 7:30 honoring Nick Masuro, Virginia Tech class of 2023, for his induction into the ACHA Hall of Fame class of 2025. Please plan to join us for this special night coming up in just a few weeks. Some battles behind the Hokies net. Now tied up in the near side corner. Pavek's down there. Stewart comes up with it. Chips one down low. We got held up momentarily by Hurlbert. Now back behind the Tennessee net. Stewart still pressuring there along with Ewan Andrew. Tries to center the pass. This one knocked back behind by McLeod. And Tennessee chipped one off the roof. That's 2 roof pucks already tonight. I don't think I've seen 2 in one game here so far.
Tennessee has been shooting high, too. Multiple of their shots have gone well above the net.
12:45 here in the second. Hokies still holding that 2-0 lead. They added a goal a few minutes ago. Valent and Spranklin will have to retry on the faceoff. The Hokies dominating faceoffs as well tonight. There was 67% win rate after the first period. Tennessee may have chipped that one across. Sullivan racing back for it. I guess not. That'll be an icing on the ice balls with 12:24. Hokies with the face-off advantage. We'll run one from the near circle. It's Peduzzi and Spranklin. Tech comes up with it once again, and now Spranklin recovers. Dances back and leaves it off for Trussler. Peduzzi there to spoil, and Garlock knocks it in. Make it 3-0 Hokies.
That was great. When you ice the puck, you can't substitute. You can't get fresh legs. Tennessee, they were looking tired. Virginia Tech, they get in some fresh legs in there and they score.
Great work from the Hokies. Garlock gets his goal after all. Had one waved off back in the first. Tennessee had one waved off as well a bit earlier on the power play, and the Hokies subsequently killed it after the wave. Now with a 3-0 lead, Tennessee with their back up against the ropes just a little bit. Frazier battling there. Garlock's goal unassisted. It's a big one for Tech, really cementing that lead.
Now that's Garlock's 4th goal of the season. That's team leading. He had 2 power play goals earlier. This is his 4th here tonight. Absolute monster of a season looking for Garlock so far.
He really excels with that right in front of the net commotion. Just getting there, getting in the way, and knocking those rebounds through. Now Tennessee on the near side, kept in by Now, rips one wide right. Lagus looking to recover, battling up with Cooper. Now Tulo fighting. Cooper up to Stober. Tied up with Now, a massive hit by the captain, Frazier. Right up against the near side boards, and the Hokies recover on their own half of the ice. Cooper dancing across the red line, dumps it in. And Tennessee hustling for that as they swap for some fresh legs. Commotion in front of the net, a few whiffs. Hearn comes up with it, tips it up to Gordon. Hustles back, now tied up against the boards momentarily and poked away. Flynn there fighting, and Ewan Andrew as well. Stober taken away by Stewart and gloved by Simons.
A lot more chances for the Hokies this period. They're setting up in the offensive zone, and they're taking shots. They're taking good shots. Big kind of stark contrast from the first period where it felt like possession was just switching from team to team. You know, shots weren't really planned out as much, but these seem like some good run plays by the Hokies.
They've really settled themselves in as the game's gone on. Carroll with a bunch of defenders in the way, now able to provide enough pressure. That pass just got away from Pavic, I believe it was. 10-10 remaining here in the second, just about halfway through. Ripped from the blue line, deflected off the shoulder of Sullivan into the far corner. Tennessee keeps it in thanks to Trussler. Another deflection there in front of the net. The Hokies helping out Tucker Forrest a little bit with a few saves of their own. Near side corner. And out comes Andrew. Passes off to Lanigan, back to Andrew, back to Lanigan. And dumped down low. Pass off the boards, and Valent doesn't get a clean shot at the point. This one just escapes over into neutral zone. Looking for the glove there. Now Tennessee with a great opportunity. Tucker Forrest right in the way once again.
Making some great saves. Forrest is playing on his head tonight.
It was almost like a one-on-one. Tennessee kind of off to the right side a little bit. Didn't have a great look for that pass and just ripped it on his own. Far side and knocked into the near side. Tennessee going right to left in the second period in those nice orange uniforms, if I do say so myself. 9 minutes remaining in the second. Virginia Tech wearing their grays. And a nice glove by Forrest once again. We got a whistle and some extracurriculars in front of the net. Updike and Valent going at it. A little bit of help there from some teammates here at 8:55.
They don't like him in that crease. They don't like him in there messing with Forrest. I understand why. But Forrest had an amazing save there, amazing glove save. The way he just stuck his arm out, almost like a baseball player catching that puck. It was really, really interesting to see. Great save.
You had a man right in the way too, and almost pushed him out of the way with the glove a little bit to make that grab. Spranklin on the face-off with Peduzzi. It's knocked up and across. No icing on the hit. Someone's lost a stick. Can't tell who it is, and someone's on the ground as well. But that one goes straight to Simon's glove here at 8:39.
Tempers are flying here in Lancerlot. These teams do not like each other, not at all. Tennessee, chip on their shoulder. They're down 3. They're trying to look to start some sort of fire to feed off of.
And not to mention, they can get in the Hokies' heads, potentially draw a few penalties, get a man advantage here or there.
It's important the Hokies remain composed.
I agree. Now near side corner. Broken stick out on the ice. Looks like it's Kazai's. .8:30 here in the middle period. And Kazai's gonna get sent to the box. Well, we just talked about it, but Tennessee looking to draw those penalties, and here they get one against one of Tech's most prominent scorers as well, now with the man advantage.
It's bad for the Hokies to lose a guy like Kazai, but like as you were saying earlier, Tennessee, one of their goals that had been waved off was scored on a power play. It was very crucial, and the Hokies PK did a very good job at defending that penalty, killing it, but they got to do it again. And it's up to Tennessee to try to bring some life back into their squad.
Up at the point, Isles to the far side, knocked on the ground by Peduzzi. And the Hokies able to clear it back to chip away at a few seconds. 1:40 left on the power play for the Ice Vols, setting up their offensive push in their own zone. Cooper chips it up to Frazier, gets on his own, threads it through the 5-hole.
That was clean. That was clean. He got past his defenders, got up close. Forehand, backhand, forehand shot. That was a really good shot.
The captain getting it done on the power play, Connor Frazier. 3 goals this season so far. Here with 8 minutes left in the second. Evens it up just a tad, 3-1. Hokies still with the lead, but Tennessee getting it back within reach.
Again, that was on a Tennessee power play as well. Now even strength. Hokies just got to remain composed here.
I'm sure that Tennessee will be looking to do that again. They've put 2 in on the man advantage, the 1 waved off. Now under 8 minutes left to play. Commotion in front of the net. A nice shot just to the right side. If he would have gone straight for it, maybe a little bit better opportunity, but had to collect momentarily. Now 7:30 here in the second. Rose behind his own goal. Bats it out, taken away by Hearn. The pass in front of the net. The spin by Now, couldn't keep track of it. Tulo, far side, caught up against the boards. Tennessee with a few help from a few teammates as Oakley will chip it around. Now 7 minutes remaining. Tied up in the far corner. Kellogg, Oakley, and a few others mixed in. Now it's Now looking for Tulo. Knocked away by DiStefano and kicks it up to his teammate. Tennessee weaving. Pavic rips right to the heart of Tucker Forrest. We'll cut it down to Finn here for just a moment. Finn, what have you got for us on the team so far this second period?
They're definitely playing a lot better, a lot smarter. I was talking to Coach before the second period started, and he was saying that we just got to outskate them in a lot of opportunities. And it seemed like we played about 7 good minutes in that first period. So far, it looks like we're playing a full 15 so far right now. More shots on goal was kind of the idea as well. Test that goalie a little bit more and be better when they're dumping pucks, which I've seen a lot more currently.
Thank you, Finn, and Tucker Forrest there with another great save.
I like that Finn was bringing up the dump and chase. That was something that the Hokies have significantly been improving on this period in comparison to the first. Tennessee was winning majority of those dumps, collecting it all. You can definitely tell there's a lot more effort here by the Hokies.
Virginia Tech cleaning things up, but so have the Ice Vols. Now back to chase, it's DiStefano along with Wachtel. Spranklin on the loose puck, and Wachtel back with it, back to DiStefano. Kicks it up to Updike. The Hokies putting pressure in the offensive zone despite not having possession, trying to get that takeaway. Caught up at center ice. Updike, the one-on-one, gloved by Forrest at the left shoulder.
Forrest's glove saves tonight have been electric. Like, he's making some great saves, and he's sitting there on the goal, just posted up. He's calm, he's collected, he's not nervous. He's playing his game.
Face off, far side. 5:40 here in the second. Spranklin and Peduzzi. Batted way up and around and recovered by Bryce Cooper. He'll send it to the other side for his teammate. Now Cooper kicks it up once again. Spranklin there takes it across the blue line through traffic. Lots of defenders in the way. Ends up on Cohen's stick and chips it around. And the Hokies just knocked off sides. They'll clean it back up as Tennessee sets in for a push. Chipped in there by Cohen. 5 minutes in the second. They'll chip and collect once again, but not before Tecrae can try to knock that one away. DiStefano just kept it in at the line. Now a trio of Hokies right in front of their own net. Stober collecting up to Isles. Takes it across himself, tripped up by Peduzzi. No call on that one. DiStefano up across the blue line. He's got help to his right. And now we're all tied up. A few ice balls, a few Hokies. Into the circle. And poked away. Garlock feeds it up to Kazai. Working the one-on-one. Rips around to the left. Excuse me, that was too low. Now behind the net, Trussler. The Hokies doing a nice job keeping this puck in the offensive zone. Tennessee doing a nice job at retaining possession despite not being able to clear it for a few moments there. But now they do. Stober chipped it up and over. Near side now, knocks it in for Hearn. Battling with Schneider. Up top, Lagas through traffic, wide right. Now into the corner. About 3 minutes here in the second. Two Hokies, two ice balls, far side. Tulo dancing in, covered by Simons. Nice work from the Ice Vols goaltender, able to cover that one with the glove despite Tulo's stick right there in the mix.
Seems like it slowed down here a little bit for this last couple of minutes. More passing, more dumping, especially after a gritty start here to the second period.
I'm surprised things seem to have cleaned up lately after a pretty chippy early second period, but we haven't seen much in a little while. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in the middle frame. Stewart up to Lanigan. He'll tap it down low for Tyler Gordon. Knocked away, Stewart back over there, Gordon as well. I don't know what that whistle was.
I'm not sure.
I think they thought Simons had covered that, but it was knocked off the skates of one of the Ice Vols.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that call was there, Kyle.
Well, whatever happened, we've got a near side face-off. Valent there with Carroll. Wachtel comes up with it. DeVivo sent one across, and Then the shot wide left from Tacray. Pavic working with a defender in the way, dances to his left and knocked away. This one way up top into the upper track.
Fan walking away with the puck, it seems.
I think that one just ricocheted off a stick and way up high. We've seen a lot of ricochets up top.
Enough to say something about it, especially with Tennessee. This is like the third puck, fourth puck that they've sent into the ceiling or out of the arena.
You know, catching a puck on air is on my bucket list. Tonight might be the night if they get one over this direction.
Just don't catch it with your face.
I'll do my best. 2:09 in the second. Still 3-1 Hokies. Tennessee put one on the board on the power play a few minutes ago. Now up to the near side. DiStefano shooting into traffic. Hurlbert looking for the deflection, but that one's knocked away and out of play. 1:54 now. Spranklin and Peduzzi back into that far circle. 1:54 left in the first. The Hokies looking to clear here. Caught up behind their own net, batted out, and Forrest comes up with it once again. He's doing a great job reading through those screens tonight.
Screens aren't phasing him at all. Goalies hate it when you're overloading that crease, you know, getting bodies in there. And he's just seeing through it all.
That's one thing Tennessee seemed to do pretty well in their games against West Virginia, getting in the way. Helped them a lot into that third period, and believe that'll be an icing for the Ice Vols. The Hokies will take it back across here with 1:35.
It's the fourth stoppage of play in the last 2 minutes. I think we're working with some tired players here.
Peduzzi and Spranklin. Ice Vols come up with it. Spranklin swings it for his teammate. Garlock looking to take that one away. He does momentarily, now tied up with Rose. Kazai getting his stick active in there as well, and Tennessee will chip it up and across. Lagas hustling back, and not enough speed for that one. Ooh, taken away there. Tennessee with a great opportunity in front of the net, but the Hokies defense comes in clutch. Updike. Far side, Spranklin. Now it's Updike and Rice. Brian Rice came up with it, and Kazai looking for his teammate, taken away by Spranklin this time. Just about 40 seconds remaining, the centering pass, nobody's home. And back to collect for the Ice Vols, it's Cooper. .3 here in the second. Hokies with that 3-1 lead. They'll get an offensive zone face-off. Hearn trying to come up with it. Gets the shot off, but deflected away by a slew of Ice Vols standing in the way. Hearn now back to the far side. We're under 20. A big shot right at the blue line from DiStefano. Tennessee killing off some time here. They do get it clear and swing it across. DiStefano now with defenders in the way. Can't get the pass through as time expires here in the second period. Both teams add a little bit to the scoreboard. The Hokies still in the lead though with the 3-1 game. We'll take a break for the second intermission. We'll hear from Finn here in a few moments and be back for some third period hockey. You won't want to miss it here on the
phenomenal defense out there from you tonight and everyone on the defensive line. I've seen a lot of growth from you guys. I mean, you guys were already really solid against Liberty, but I feel like you guys stepped it up a notch. Has that been a lot of work in practice?
Oh yeah, 100%. We every practice in between every period, we kind of just we're looking to see what the other team's doing right now. They're trying to stretch it a lot off the ice, and that's something that us and the coaches talk about between this past period, and so we're really just watching that. Another thing that they're trying to do is when we try to go D to D in the offensive zone, they're trying to bait us into making that pass, so that way they can pick it off, go down the middle, and go for a breakaway. We notice these little things, and we're just making sure that we don't make that mistake, making simple plays, just get it deep.
Welcome back in for some third period hockey. The Hokies lead the Ice Vols 3-1 with 20 minutes left to play. An action-packed second with a couple of goals. Connor Frazier had one where he just broke through Virginia Tech's defense, and also a pair from the Hokies, Ethan Garlock and Cam Kazai, both unassisted. Kazai up behind the net, gets one through and ripped in by Peduzzi.
That's great. I was just about to say that it's important the Hokies don't get comfortable, because Tennessee brings a great third period, but that is a great way for the Hokies to start this third period off. Let them know that they're not letting off the gas. They're going to score well into this third, and it's great that they start in the first 15 with a goal.
Just 13 seconds into the third period. Peduzzi rips it in for his second of the season. Make it 4-1. Virginia Tech with the lead over the Ice Vols. Hokies looking to push up here, but Isles through the legs of Garlock. Defended well by Peduzzi, and a penalty upcoming. And there's the whistle. Wow, not even 30 seconds into the third period. Assists from Kazai and Garlock on Peduzzi's goal, and 27 seconds into the period, we've got not only a Virginia Tech goal, but a penalty on Tennessee.
Looks like slashing the call there. They're getting a little chippy. They're hitting with their bodies, they're hitting with their sticks, and the ref just caught them on that one.
That is not ideal for working yourself back into the game. Virginia Tech coming out hot, and now they've got a power play opportunity here early in the third period, already with the 3-goal lead.
This is not what the Ice Vols were probably expecting at the start of this third.
Lagus rips one, deflected, and covered up by Simons up against the net. Garlock was trying to get his stick in there and free it up. It's 19:27 now on the clock. Isles in the box for the Ice Vols. Virginia Tech with the man advantage. Kazai on the faceoff. And the Hokies up with it. Shot ripped up near the point.
It's really exciting to see the Hokies come out with their power play unit here. See what Tennessee's PK can do to defend it.
Far side, they're trying to tie it up against the boards. Basically, everyone on the ice for the Hokies is over there. We get a whistle.
Looks like the ref is having a conversation with DeStefano in the corner there. He's pinning the Hokies well after the whistle. I feel like they're going to have a conversation, let him know that he needs to bring this down. Oh. And there's another penalty.
Oh no, Tennessee Now in the box, it's Trussler and Isles. And Virginia Tech looks to be keeping 5 out there, so a 5-on-3 opportunity now, just 1 minute and 3 seconds into the third. That one saucered off the glass and all the way back. There's 1:15 left for Isles and just 10 seconds into Trussler's. The Hokies up 2 and up 3 on the scoreboard. Taking their time, setting up the shot. To get it over to Sullivan on the near side, swings up to the point and passes down to Lanigan. Lanigan back up to Sullivan, ripped from the center and through. 5-1 Virginia Tech.
It wasn't a matter of if Tennessee could stop that goal, it was a matter of when that goal would happen. Virginia Tech's offense to work on a 5-on-3, we were just counting down when that would happen. Great shot by Sullivan, gets it past Simons, great goal.
Virginia Tech just exploding here to start the third. A goal from Peduzzi, a power play goal from Sullivan, and they've still got a one-man advantage with Trussler in the box for another 1:20. Still just over 18 minutes left to play in the period. Kazai hustling up the near side, trying to break through that defense. Leaves it off for his teammate in the corner. It's you and Andrew. Now up top to Lagas, swings it to Peduzzi, cross to Kazai. Some commotion in front, but Tennessee gets it through. Pushing up a hair, and Spranklin will dump it to the opposite corner. Pavic, battling with 2, just takes it off sides momentarily. Still 47 left for Trussler in the box. The Hokies probably going to get another opportunity here on the power play. Neutral zone face-off. Primo and Peduzzi. And we'll redo it. Knocked away in favor of Tennessee. Cooper holding on to it for a moment and swings it deep. Intercepted by the glove of Lagas and leaves it off for Kazai. Now back to Lagas, hustling up the right side. Kazai tied up down low with a teammate. Up top to Peduzzi. Cross to Lagas, ripped into traffic. Garlock trying to deflect it in once again. Now Tennessee with a push of their own and another offsides.
Tennessee is playing a sloppy third period. This is not the Tennessee third period that we were expecting.
With 2 offsides, 2 penalties, 2 goals for the Hokies are certainly not helping themselves out here lately. They could have had a couple of man-down pushes up into the Hokies zone, but just a skate across the line too fast and brings it right back. Hokies try to settle in, taken away by Pavic. Dancing through a couple of defenders, but eventually loses it. Now Tech pushing up. DeVivo near side. Fighting with Rose, loses his stick. And a nice hit from Valent. We've got an ice ball on the ice. Carroll looks to be back up and skating well. Valent back behind, now Kellogg. Big hit there, almost took out the ref. Great pass in front, but Pavic had it poked away by Wachtel.
It's great defensive play by Wachtel there. And also very quick to get off the ice, get fresh legs on. Good play.
16 remaining. Lanigan back behind, up to DeVivo. Chips it off the backboards. Andrew trying to spoil. Swipes the stick in there. Kept in by Virginia Tech. A nifty move, but taken off his feet. Tyler Gordon couldn't finish the job. Kept in at the blue line and a massive hit there. That was Frazier right in front of his own bench.
Tennessee's playing physical. It's all they've got left. It's to play physical, play hard. It's what they've got to do. They've got to make these Tech players upset, have them make mistakes, because it's their only chance of getting back into this game.
I mean, Frazier just leveled that guy. Virginia Tech up in the center. They'll send it to the near side corner thanks to Andrew. Tied up down low and out to Trussler. Pushes it up. Schneider, now Isles. Takes it across. It's hit, but chipped around the back, and Tennessee able to find the back of the net there. Hokies seemed a little bit confused momentarily, but Tennessee knew that one was knocked in.
It's a decent goal. It's a nice rung up the ladder, if you will, for them. They've got to climb, though. They've got to continue to climb. They've got to keep this pressure onto the Hokies, and hopefully just find 3 goals.
It's one on the board for Schneider. Makes it 5-2. Virginia Tech still holding on to that lead here with about 15 minutes remaining in the third. Tennessee with another solid push there right in front of the net, but not able to get the clean shot. They swing it around the side to Stefano, over to Isles. Now Schneider down low, pressured by Tech. Working their way up, too low, breaks through, rips one off the glass, top right, and out to the center. Hokies barely get on side as Lagas pushes through up the left side. 14:30 remaining in the period, tied up on the far end, and now Tennessee with a little push. Schneider, he's got 2 defenders on him. Chips one around the back, and Tennessee will bring out some fresh legs. Now taking a beating in the corner. Cohen landing a big one of his own. Tennessee skating pretty ferociously here in the last few minutes. Already had the 1 goal, and they're right on the edge of knocking another one in. Forrest lost it momentarily with too many in the way. Now Cooper crosses to Cohen. Can't handle the pass, a little too briskly off the stick.
They had a lot of really good chances there on Forrest. He was out of position multiple times. They just need to get that puck onto the net. But again, though, great saves by Forrest. Forrest standing tall. And a great job on the Hokie defense to get this puck out of there. Get it out of their zone. They got a face-off in their zone looming, but it's up to them to just drive out.
I think we're really starting to see that Tennessee third period push come to life in the last 2 minutes and change.
You can really notice it in their physicality. They are laying hits, big hits. Trying to get under the skin of the Tech players.
Setting good screens as well, and looking for those slot passes. They haven't been able to land as many as they'd like, but they're creating the opportunity, and that's half the battle. Center ice, Pavic along with Kellogg. Knocked away by Hurlbert. And out to DiStefano. Rips one from the neutral zone, gloved by Tucker. Forrest, and 13-13 here in the third.
The Vols are trying to dig into their offensive zone and the Hokies' defensive zone. They're trying to dig in and just stay there and be that nuisance to Forrest.
Up at the point, Ani. That was deflected off of Kazai's stick and out of play. 13:06 now left in the third, and I think you're exactly right, Eli. Tennessee, they've really turned it up a notch. they're keeping that possession in the offensive zone. They're getting some good shot opportunities, and when it does get cleared, they've got it back pretty effectively. Here with 13 minutes remaining, a scary one there for the Ice Vols, but they recover well and now back on the push. Ani sends one up, just threads it past Peduzzi, and looks like another offsides for the Ice Vols. I thought they kept that one on, personally.
Yeah, I didn't personally see the offsides there either, Kyle, but at the end of the day, the refs are closer to the puck than we are. Just have to trust that they make the right judgment. Something that I'm seeing from the Hokies, Cam Kazai, he's got so much energy and power out there. He's playing his heart out. I think that's very obvious to watch from him.
Usually the fastest guy on the ice, I'd say. Now tied up at center ice. Valent loses it to Cooper. Tennessee looking for that push. Oakley hustling over into the corner along with Primo and out to the far side. Hokies defending, and that one's into the net. Get another whistle here at 12:13.
They have gone probably through a whole bag of pucks tonight from the amount just shot into the stands here at Lancerlot Arena. Feels like every 5 minutes the puck's going out of play.
Frazier on the faceoff along with Stewart. Now over to Tyler Gordon. Battling there with Rose, took a couple big hits. Andrew just knocked it into the Hokies zone, and Tennessee looking to recover. Battling away from a few defenders. Now Lagas, he'll shovel it in from center ice. 11:45 here in the third. Hokies holding on to that 3-goal lead. Tyler Rose takes it across himself, circles up to the left side, dances past a defender and leaves it off for Schneider down low, but it's quickly poked away by Tech. Saucer pass was looking for Gordon, but deflected by the Ice Vols, and Tech will dump it around, bring out some fresh legs. Another massive hit, Schneider laying one down. Tennessee getting ultra aggressive here in the third as Tulo pushes up for the Hokies. Simons skips it up on the deflection. Now across the blue line, Updike tripped up by Tecray. Tulo shovels one around, recovered by Trussler. Spranklin, near side, dances past one defender, held up by the second. Tecray ties it up momentarily. Trussler now poked away by Now. He's got one defender, leaves one out for Hearn, but just knocked away. Tennessee one-on-one opportunity. Updike gets through off the skate. Was looking for Henry Cohen, but couldn't land the pass. Now Tulo shovels one in off the stick of Simon. Both teams swapping opportunities frequently here in the last few minutes. Tennessee had really been dominating for a little while there, just keeping it in their offensive zone and getting some nice shot opportunities. A little bit more even split here since about the 11-12 minute mark, I'd say.
Virginia Tech's key to winning here is possession. They've got to keep this puck away from the Vols, limit opportunities to score, and they'll walk away with this one. It's the Vols who need to be playing their hearts out, play aggressive, and get that puck back and set up these opportunities.
And I think that's exactly what they're doing. They just look quicker on the ice, frankly, than they did in the first.
It's that third period prowess that we were talking about earlier.
That's certainly going to help them throughout the season. Just having that ability to dig deeper into the energy levels and just take it from 100 to 110%. The Ice Vols have really shown that off here in the last few games. Now, Finn was able to head back down once again and get some more information on the team.
Team's definitely playing a lot better right now. They definitely have some more stuff to kind of work on in between periods, and it seems like that's what's going on right now. A lot of defensive playing has been really solid. They've been playing really well. I actually did get a chance to look at some of the competition as well. Tomorrow we're facing NC State, and NC State looks fairly good. They're up 2-0 to Maryland right now. They were saying that their goalie's not getting tested a whole lot, and some of the passing on both sides has been a little sloppy. So that might be something to look for in next game, see how they kind of rebound from that. But right now they are up 2-0.
NC State definitely one of the tougher opponents on the Hokies schedule. They split the series last season, Virginia Tech tying it up in the ACHA playoffs. But here in tonight's game against Tennessee, Brian Rice is into the box for holding. He's got 1:40 remaining on his penalty.
I believe I saw him suplex of all behind the net. Very obvious penalty.
Tennessee with an opportunity to get one back with the man advantage. Would have been a nice pass, but no one was in the area. About 8 minutes remaining in the third. Ice Vols looking up for Frazier. Tries to dance through, but the Hokies batting it off the boards repeatedly, finally get it back. Now just a minute for Rice in the box. Pushing up, Frazier, 3 defenders on him, tries to skate through the center, not able to do so as Rose recovers the puck at center ice. Skips it up to his teammate. Now Tennessee's on side, and they'll surmount their push once again. 7:30 remaining in the period. Far side, ripped through traffic. Hurlbert not able to deflect that one in. Pavic tied up by Tacray. Now Hurlbert hustling over forward, and Rose will have to retreat to recover. Just 15 left for Rice. That Hokies penalty kill has really got the job done here early in the season. They've been incredibly effective. Rice out at the perfect time. Gets the open shot and rips it through.
Talk about perfect timing. He gets out of the box. Perfect possession with the puck. Gets up, shoots, knocks the water bottle down. That's a great goal, great shot.
I mean, that was practically scripted. Basically bounced off the door to the penalty box. Half a second later, Rice is out on the breakaway. Virginia Tech couldn't ask for an easier break than that to add one onto the scoreboard.
I'm not sure how Brian Rice was feeling in the penalty box earlier, but I bet now he's feeling great.
It's 6-2 Hokies here with 6:40 remaining. Rice with the unassisted. Stewart nearly had a deflection there with an opportunity. Now Primo attempts to dance around, but Gordon knocked it away. 6:20 now left in the third. The Hokies with that 4-goal lead. Not able to keep it in the offensive zone. They'll have to get back on sides. Puck bouncing off the boards. DeVivo back to recover. And the Hokies will swing it up and around. Tennessee settling in. Trussler pressured by Wachtel. Big shot Lanigan and Oakley right at the blue line. Far side, it's Ani. Lost his footing momentarily. Wachtell working with DeVivo, the two freshmen. Decides to take it himself. The backhand skipped up off the blockers. Valent rips one on his own, and Simons will glove that with 5:25 left.
Something interesting is, and we touched on it earlier in the show, is Coach Mullen said that Virginia Tech does not adapt for other teams. They make teams adapt to them. And when we have seen a surge of physicality and these hits from Tennessee here in the third period, you could expect Virginia Tech to get chippy as well, maybe lose their composure. But I think they are doing a great job at playing their game, taking their shots, taking their time, and just letting the score show how they feel.
Definitely a solid builder for the Hokies. As Updike tries to dance through, it gets off to Spranklin. Commotion in front of the net. Forrest somehow able to keep that one out. I don't know how anyone saw where that puck was, but Rose is back with it now. 5 minutes remaining. Neutral zone. Spranklin knocks it across and back out to center ice. Rose across to Cohen. And the Hokies back. They'll chip it up for DeVivo, but just off the money. Near side corner, tied up along the boards. It's two Hokies, two Ice Vols. Cooper just trying to knock that one away, and now we've got a goaltender in the net. A couple of shots there. Peduzzi gets knocked around a little bit. A little bit from both sides here at 4:18.
It seems like the goalie got blown up a little there. I think Tennessee's just in there trying to defend him out.
Got to defend your guys. I wonder if it'll be one for each or just Tennessee. We do see Cooper heading to the box, tries to make his way back out. It looks like they're going to get Peduzzi as well. Temper certainly flaring here late in the third. Just about 4 minutes left, and looks like some chirping from both sides.
Yeah, Tennessee's upset about what happened to their goalie there. Simons looks like he fell into the back of his net. I don't know if he was pushed or hit into it, but Tennessee, either way, was not going to let that happen to their goalie. And Peduzzi and Tech wasn't going to let their players get treated by Tennessee like that either. So, yeah, it's just tempers flaring. This hockey game means a lot to these boys. So.
Definitely some yelling from each side of the box. They're pretty close to each other, so you can definitely hear between them.
Oh, yeah.
Still got a break. It looks like a meeting with the coaches and the referees. Getting some explanations for both sides there. I think we've settled everything down, at least it looks like. So it's a 5-on-4 for Tennessee. We don't have any sort of explanation about what's happening now. And we just added one to the box for the Hokies. Wachtel's in there now as well.
That's strange. So I guess we got a Tennessee Vols power play here.
All Tennessee up on the far side. 4 minutes remaining. Now Spranklin works his way across. Blocker saved by Tucker Forrest. Got a lot of work to do here with 3:50 left in the period. Pavic, Hurlbert. Back to Spranklin. So Cooper has a roughing for Tennessee. Peduzzi also with a roughing and an unsportsmanlike conduct. Tennessee running out of time. Virginia Tech with a bit of a break. The pass from Now, not able to find Hearn. Now Tech recovering on their own side of the ice. They'll chip it up and down. 3 minutes left in the third. Out in the neutral zone, Lanigan rips from the red line. And some fresh legs out for the Hokies. Still trying to kill this Tennessee power play off, however confusing that may be.
Their penalty kill is doing a great job at maintaining possession, but when they're losing possession, they're dumping it far into Tennessee's defensive zone. They're losing a lot of time on their power play, precious seconds, when they already only have 2:40 left in the game.
Not much time remaining for Tennessee, with 4 goals left that they need to add. Just under 2:30, and Isles on the far side, pressured by Stewart, gives it off to Cohen. Now up to Ani, takes it across the blue line and just able to keep it in. Quickly taken away by the Hokies. Wachtel looking for the breakaway, guarded by Isles, and that's snagged by Simons. Cooper's out of the box. Wachtel's out of the box. Peduzzi is still over in there, but we are at even strength. 2:07 remaining here in the third. Valent and Spranklin on the face-off. Wachtel quickly gets a piece of it, but that one's knocked up into the netting as well. Last few minutes of this third period have been quite chaotic, if
Chaotic
I do say
to put it
so.
lightly, yeah. Tennessee's playing hard, they're playing physical, but it's not leading to goals, it's leading to penalties. It's leading to problems, it's leading to fights.
Tennessee now working up the far side, 1:50 left in the period. Rose makes his way around to Vivo and loses it to the corner. Cooper swings one around, and the Hokies go back to recover. DeVivo just couldn't take it off the stick. Spranklin on the far side, Trussler on the far side, taking a hit. Andrew killing off some time, defending Trussler as he pushes up on his own, leaves it off for Schneider, who shovels it down to the corner. Just over a minute remaining in the game. The Hokies trying to get things clear. Got the odd man push. Stewart leaves one in front of the center. Ewan Andrew just not able to poke it through. Simons read that pass well.
It's a good save there by Simons.
He knew that pass was coming. It was a really tough angle for Stewart to knock that one through, so expecting the pass, and Simons read it well.
Simons did read it well.
41.6 here in the third. The Hokies knocking on the door of their second victory of the season. Tennessee just with some costly mistakes here in the third, not able to turn on that third period magic quite as effectively as they would have liked, as Forrest gloves that one to stop the clock.
Now you have to wonder how Coach Mullen wants to play these last 30 seconds. Again, he said one game at a time, but they do have a very seriously tough opponent tomorrow in NC State. Tennessee's been very chippy, very physical. I wonder if he's just going to tell his guys, hey, lay back for the last 30.
Definitely want to clean it up. You want to avoid anything extra at this point. If too much happens, you could be looking at someone potentially sitting tomorrow night, depending on what may go down as the time expires here in the third. So that'll be the game. Virginia Tech 6-2 with the victory. Tucker Forrest, a stellar night in the goal. Simons on the other end honestly played a pretty solid game.
He faced some tough shots. He made some pretty good saves.
And a few really costly power plays in the third led to a few Hokies goals that really just got the game out of reach into the third period. But a very hard-fought one from the Ice Falls. You've got to give them props that they certainly played a very clean game, especially up into the late second period, really giving the Hokies a run for their money.
Very, yeah. Massive credit to the Vols. Their third period presence and their prowess in the third is unmatched. And it's just they couldn't get it started quick enough.
So Tennessee will fall to 2-3 while the Hokies make their way up to 2-0-1 after that shootout loss to Liberty a couple weekends ago. Virginia Tech with 6 on the board, keeping it going as that high-scoring squad like they did last season. But this year, they've really shared the puck a lot more effectively. You haven't quite seen anyone really dominating the goals scored quite yet, although it is quite early in the year.
Team played well. The team played like a team. Yeah, I don't think there's any much more to say to that. They played their game. They didn't change their game in any drastic ways. They just played well.
A hard-fought one for both sides, but Virginia Tech comes up with the 6-2 victory. I'm Kyle Bean. That's Eli Brinson for the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Join us tomorrow night against NC State. Sure to be another good one. A hard-fought rivalry keeps its way moving despite NC State moving up into that M1 division. We will see you tomorrow night. Join us at 6:30.